Hello everybody, I'm back. What might this be? Let's find out. My name's Trevor, and you're watching Astro Pilot. Alright everybody, welcome back. This is the brand new telescope. I purchased it from First Light Optics. Got here super quick from the UK to the United States in 5 days, if that. But this is going to be the replacement for my RC6. I was able to sell it and get this thing right here. This is the Stella Lyra 8-inch f5 imaging Newtonian, made by GSO. All of GSO's products are rebranded like Stella Lyra or Apertura, TS Optics, all those. So this is a GSO 8-inch f5 Newtonian from First Light Optics, under the Stella Lyra brand. I also got the TS Optics GPU coma corrector, 4-element APO coma corrector, along with a laser collimator to collimate the scope. This is a huge telescope. Super excited to be able to test this thing out eventually, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. So this is a massive box. The scope weighs about 19 pounds, so this is definitely the largest scope I've ever had. 1000 millimeters focal length, f5, 8-inch mirror. Dang, this thing's massive. Wow. Alright, so here it is. This thing is absolutely massive. It's a steel tube, 1000 millimeter focal length, 8-inch mirror, f5, which is the fastest scope I've ever had. So let's see, this is the coma corrector, the TS Optics GPU coma corrector. So that's that. We'll unbox that here in a second. And this is also the some accessories for the scope, probably the laser collimator as well. There's the dovetail bar in here. Nice red anodized Vixen dovetail bar. We'll put that on there. The 2 rings will be in here somewhere. This thing is huge. These must be the tube rings. Yep. That's the GSO laser collimator. This is the finder scope that comes with the scope, which I will never be using. And that is it. Now we're just going to take the scope out of the box. I'll go ahead and stop filming, and I'll set it up on the table. Alright guys, so here is the scope out of the box. This thing is absolutely massive. Actually feels a bit more lightweight than I anticipated, but it does weigh about 19 pounds, which should be fine on my HEQ5. Only thing that will limit will be wind. On windy nights, this thing will just catch wind like a big sail. But other than that, this thing is going to be an imaging beast. Can't wait to actually test it out. I'll be attaching a ZWO EAF to this focuser here. This is the linear bearing focuser, GSO. It's a monorail design. It's better, much better than the conventional Crayford focuser. This doesn't allow any tilt in your image. It's locked onto this single rail, and you just adjust the tension right there. So really nice focuser, and this thing is just massive. So let's get it set down sideways here on the table. I already unboxed everything else. Here are the tube rings, the red metal tube rings, and a nice red anodized Vixen style dovetail bar. And you also get the 50 millimeter finder scope right there, which I won't be using. And here we have the laser collimator from First Light Optics. They got the kind of batteries here, some little watch batteries. This is the Astro Essentials laser collimator. Much nicer than the SV Bony one. Yeah, nice heavy duty, hefty laser collimator here. So that'll be the primary way of collimating. I still have the TS-RC Collie tool from my Ritchie Gretchen. I'll probably try that out too. And this is the TS Optics GPU. So let's go ahead and get this set up on the table, and I'll show you everything. All right, guys, so here it is. I put the tube rings on, unboxed everything. I'll go through it all here for you, but this thing is massive. This thing, this telescope just fits in the observatory. It's actually a tad bit shorter than the RC6 with the dew shield and my camera on it, so not concerned about fitting in the observatory really. The weight, it's about 19 pounds with this stuff on here. Not including this, which I will not be putting on there. This is probably half a pound or a little bit more, this coma corrector. Very nice coma corrector here. This is the TS Optics 4-element GPU coma corrector. It is an apochromatic design, really high quality coma corrector. So this will be part of the imaging train. Yeah, that's super nice. And also we have battery pack for the fan on the back. I'll show you. I'll be hooking up that to the ASI Air probably. This is the Astro Essentials laser collimator, also made by GSO, I believe. This is a very nice quality laser collimator. Much like no comparison to the SV Bony one I had with the RC6. This weighs a lot. It's very heavy duty, very nice. So collimation is really simple. I probably won't include it in this video, but collimate the secondary first, align it with the donut on the primary. Then you come back here, adjust the primary with the laser in the reticle here. So, and that's all there is to collimation. This focuser is very nice. A significant upgrade to the normal GSO Crayford focuser, which had a little slop. It was not ideal for imaging because it could introduce a lot of tilt. This monorail design eliminates any type of tilt. It's locked onto that linear rail right here, and it's a solid focuser. It's got a locking screw and a tension screw, which I usually like to keep the tension pretty tight. I will be attaching the ZWO EAF, which I got for Christmas this year. Really nice upgrade. Finally did an automatic focuser upgrade. I'm going to start out with the guide scope on here, my lightweight guide scope. Eventually I'll probably transition to an off-axis guider, Not really sure how I'm going to connect everything. I was thinking these were the typical like finder bracket screws here, but they're not. It's just one single quarter 20 thread. So I'll have to figure something out there. But my plan is to have the guide scope on one of these and maybe the ASI Air up on this finder shoe, something like that. But I'll figure it out. The weight all in all is going to be about 22, 23 pounds with camera and gear, which should be completely fine with my HEQ5 Sirius EQG. Since I did upgrade the power supply to 13.8 volts, gives it a little extra power, and that still gives me like an 8 or 7 pound buffer to the payload capacity. So not really concerned about weight. Tracking should be fine. Although wind will be a factor, I know, so I probably won't be doing any imaging on really windy nights because this is a wind sail here. A lot of mass for the mount to be slewing around, so this is just a massive telescope. Can't believe it. So that's about all I've got right now. Hope you enjoyed this telescope unboxing. This is going to be the primary instrument in my observatory for the long term. I don't plan on using any other scope for a very, very long time. Once I get this all tuned up and dialed in, this is going to be an imaging machine. I'm going to image galaxies, nebula, star clusters, planetary nebula, all kinds of stuff. So, and real quick, I got my ASI 2600 MC Pro back after sending it off for repair for the oil leak. ZWO ended up replacing the whole camera. Woodland Hills Telescopes is where I purchased it from, and they contacted me saying ZWO wanted them to send me a new 2600. So I got a brand new camera out of the deal, and it is produced after the defect, so I don't have to worry about any kind of oil leak issue. I got a brand new camera from ZWO for the inconvenience of their oil leak. So back in action with the 2600. I'm going to pair that up with this and really do some imaging. So yeah, that's all I've got for now. In the next video, we'll probably be mounting it up in the observatory, getting it all going, and maybe getting some getting the first light with this telescope. 1000 millimeters focal length, f5, 8-inch aperture. It's going to be insane. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the future for awesome content with this scope right here. And until next time, thank you for watching Astro Pilot, and clear skies.